Good evening, Mr. Frito. So I was the first person to come to class today. All right, thank God.
Oh yeah, you're you're the first person. Good evening. Have you been?
I'm fine. I've not really been. I don't know. My network has been bad. I've just been lagging behind, and also I've not really been keeping up because Mr. I'll send you a message later.
All right, no problem.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, sir.
As we still wait for others to come in, let's give them some time so everybody can come in. Alali, what's up? Have you been? Hope you've been catching up. Well,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay, good.
Thank you,
How
sir.
far with all the classwork? Have you been able to do that?
Yes, 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 yes.
Maybe we have projects now, so everybody
Yes,
has to
sir.
prepare themselves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just saw the project now, sir.
Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped it just now. I
Okay,
slept
sir.
off. Actually, I've dropped it earlier, but I slept off when I go back from church.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, no problem. Okay, good evening, everybody. Trust you had a great Sunday. I know yesterday we took our time to discuss data storytelling in Excel or whichever visualization tool you're going to be using. So today, to prep you guys for your project, I'll be working on another different project today. It's a project I did on Power BI, so I'm trying to see if we could work on it on our Excel. So we also practice use of DAX and calculating the month-on-month change. And because we did the year on year, so now we'll do the MOM percent this time. So we have like understanding of how this whole thing works, and then maybe we can explore it even better on our free time. So we have the whole week to ourselves when it comes to our project. So like I said, it's gonna be till Saturday. So we take our time, focus on it. And I mentioned on it, maybe you might have not read everything, but when you after the class you can take your time, read through it. I also said it's an opportunity to collaborate with your fellow students in the class. Take your time, study together. If you can, reach out to a few people if you feel like they are more recent. So this will be the base of our passing out. Yeah, so even though the class is ending, our relationship will never end. I believe there's still a lot more we can also still achieve. Like you guys mentioned, so I'll be creating the group chats maybe by Saturday when we're done, and on I'll drop the link on our Telegram group so we can have a group chat for ourselves. So I think it's going to be a long exit 101. So every other person that finishes from every cohort will have an opportunity to be a part of it. So it's just going to be our own little community where we come discuss about problems if we have one. If you're also working on projects, you can also share, and like I said, for us to also interact and network with one another, because I believe everybody here is from different industries and different spaces, even different countries. I was going through our student information when we registered before we entered the class. I discovered that we have people from Canada, we have two people from the UK, or three. We have someone from the Canada, so I think someone else from the US, but he's not really active because of timing and all. Um, we also, and majority of us are all Nigerian, so it's also another opportunity for us to connect with ourselves and see a way we could learn from each other, grow from each other. And yeah, we don't know where the world is going to lead us, so let's keep the communication going and keep it going that way. I don't know what you're thinking, show, but yeah. So aside from that, we've just been pushing. So, but for now, any question before Daniel? What's up? How you doing today?
I'm fine, and you? Good
I'm
evening.
good. Good evening. How have you been catching up?
Um, no more, no much talk though. Yeah, learning a lot, but just that this a few last class works, I can't see questions, so it's very hard for me to do it.
Oh, okay. The class of most of them were just follow along. They were like guided projects I did. So it's like a guided tutorial. So if you watch the class, we did everything together. So you can also, if you want to tweak it up and answer it your own way, you can always explore that. So that also works too. So yeah. Um,
Thank
who else? Who else is in the class? Sean, what's up? You're doing writing code in our Telegram group. What's code about it? Sean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. I'm just using a little bit of time so people can also still join in before we start anything crazy or we start doing something and people get lost. I don't want anybody to get lost in between. So yeah. So first, let me show you the sample of that, but then I'll drop the. So this is something I worked on Power BI for somebody. So this is it, and we're going to be recreating using the data sets to recreate something like this. Yeah. So we're going to be doing from impressions, clicks, conversion rates, acquisition costs to ROI, and then we have our month-on-month change. We'll do a little trend for our weeks on week trends, so you can see how interactive it gets. So then we have our channel use and campaign type. So we'll focus on this ones and our country. And yeah, so that's majorly what we're going to be focused on. But we're going to be calculating, doing some DAX functions as well. So that will be what we're going to be working with for today. So let me also drop the data sets in the group chat for us. Has everyone been able to download their data sets? If you've been able to do that, can you give me a thumbs up and class? So try downloading the data set and give me a thumbs up right there. Give me a thumbs up when you do. Before we start importing our data set and exploring it together.
Are we using Power BI or still Excel?
They're using Excel, not Power BI. No, it was a project I worked on Power BI, so I just wanted to do that in Excel as well. So I just showed you Power BI because of that. Let me even close it up. So we're still using Excel. So we're working on the data set on our Excel sheet. You forgot which class you're in, Abby. So if everybody has downloaded the data set, or anyone, you can give me a thumbs up so we can begin to explore through the data little by little. Okay, so for us to begin, majorly we just have to our import our data sets using Power Query. So I think this is a text and CSV file. If I look through it, so this is a comma separated file. Yes, you can see. So you can go to text and CSV file. Okay, this is it. I click transform. So this is our data set. It has about 16 columns. I believe it has more than it's over 1,000 rows, as you can see. So this is the campaign ID. So I think this is also, so they limited the values to 1,000, but it's still the same. You can also see companies, you can see the campaign type, you can see the target audience. So this is men within 18 to 25. You can see women 35 to 45. You see men, can you see the range? And I think this is a little segmentation. So there's not much cleaning we have to do because of how the data were exported. We also have campaign type. Let's look through it together. We have our target audience. We have our duration period, which is 15, 60, 30 days. So that's when the campaign was run. We have our channel views where the ads were also run. Can you see? We also have our conversion rates, our acquisition cost, which is how much it costs to run a campaign. Our ROI, this is our return of investment. So you can see most of the things were calculated on our behalf. Then we also have our location. We have languages of our target audience, and we can go more to see. So English, French, German, Mandarin, and Spanish. We also have clicks. This is our total clicks. This is impression. This is impression. Then we have our engagement score. We also have our customer segments. This is our customer breakdown. These are people we are targeting. So this is our fashionistas. These are where our customer is. Foodies, health and wellness, outdoor adventures, and tech enthusiasts. And also, we also have our dates column. Can you see? So our dates column consists of entries between the year of 2021. So everything we're going to be doing is within the year of 2021. So it's a marketing campaign that happened within a year. So let's create a simple dates table from this. So we duplicated it, and now we go to our dates. So I'm going to remove other columns. The next thing I'll do is I'll remove duplicates. So I will duplicate. So every duplicated values, you can see this 365 now. So we change this to a date column, a date table. So this is a date table, and let's click remove empty just in case. So if there was any empty cells, it should remove that. So this is our marketing campaign. Let's reduce this to just marketing data. So from our dates table, we can then add extra columns like months, weeks. So let me show you the year. So confirm it's just 1 year. So you can see it's just 1 year. So there's no need for us inserting the year. But instead, we could insert months. So you can see our 12 months are all there. So this is our month number. Then we insert our month's name of months. Yeah, so we also have this, and I guess to transform it. So the first character. So I just want to take out, I only need the first 3 characters as I stated here. We have our months. Then we also have weeks. We also have weeks as well. And we can include quarter too. So we have weeks. So we're going to be doing weeks of months because we want it to be per month based on a certain month. Oh, I made a mistake. So I didn't add column, I transformed. So I have to go to add column, go to weeks. So week of months. And for week of months, some months you could find 6 weeks, some months you'll find 5, some you have 2. So just like that. So let's add a prefix to this, or we can also leave it that way. So let's just add a prefix. We can go to format, add a prefix. So it's going to be WK. So this is week 1 and week 2 and so on and so on. And then we can also add quarters. So you see how easy it is for you to extract like months or do your month breakdown. So we're doing quarter of the year. And then we format it. And then we format, I will add a prefix as well. So we could do Q. So it's supposed to give us Q1 to Q4, as you can see here. So you can see our breakdown. We have from months, month number, month name, week of months, and we also have our quarter breakdown. So this is our data set. This is our dates table, and this is also our marketing table. And this is it. So next thing we're going to be doing is load into our Excel booklet. So we're not just loading, we're closing and load. So we'll do close and load too. So it brings out this dialog, and we see only create connection and also add to model. And I'll click OK. So give it time to load up. So as it's loading, what's up everybody? If you're following up, can you give me like a thumbs up if you get whatever I did? Okay, thank you. Let's continue. So you can see our marketing data has about 200,000 rows, and we know if we load this directly into our Excel workbook, it might definitely is definitely going to hang your Excel sheet if your operating system is not as strong as it should be. So you can see how everything is. Then we go to our Power Pivots. So click on Manage to see you could find all our data sets as well as our table. Then click on our diagram view. So this is our dates table, and let's see how we create a connection between them. So we have our connections created for us. So this is our marketing data, and it's connected to our dates table. And you can see it's connected through our dates and dates. So yeah, so this is a one-to-many relationship. The many is in our dates table, and the one is our dates table as well. So we're going directly into writing DAX to calculate our measures, because majority of the things if you want to add calculated columns were already highlighted in our data set. So this data set, I got this data set from where I'm still trying. Was it like a Medium post? Someone wrote about the marketing analysis on Medium, and I just like, oh, this is so nice. So I also worked on it at some points too. So go to go home. So let's load in our pivot tables as we also add in our measures. I always like using existing page, so we could do this like this. So yeah, can open up our field list. So this is my field list, and so the first thing we're doing is let's do some calculated measures to get our KPIs. So our first KPI is going to be our total impression, and our total impression is basically the sum of the. So we're using sum. So because this is direct, so we're going to be using sum. So we just do our total impression. This caps sometimes is too much. So this we're going to be using sum, open brackets. This is going to give us the sum of impressions. So it's going to marketing impressions. So that should give us our total impressions. I'll click OK. That's the whole total. So we go to manage measures now and click. So now we're doing our total clicks. Our total clicks is also going to be the sum of our clicks. Let's say okay, send the clicks. We have new one. The next one is going to be we have conversion rates. So we're going to be doing, because it's a long list of conversion rates, so we're going to be making use of the average conversion rates. So this is going to be our conversion rates. So this is going to be average. Conversion rates is I like using the marketing conversion rates instead. So We have conversion rates. We also have the acquisition costs. So for the acquisition costs, we're going to make use of the average as well. So it's going to be average. It's going to be the average of the marketing data sets, acquisition costs. Then our last card is going to be our ROI, the return of investment. I'm putting full stop in front so it differentiates from the column that is already named ROI in our data set. That's why I placed full stop in front of it. So just for that uniqueness between them. So that's why I did so. So our ROI is going to be the sum of our marketing data So wait, let's leave this first and let's bring them all out. Our total clicks, we have our average conversion rates. We also have our acquisition costs and we have our ROI. Trying to move this. So yeah, we have this. So clicks, all these are not values. These ones are values. These are values and so we have, this is our total return on investment. This is average acquisition cost. This is our average conversion rates to give us our conversion rates. And you see our conversion rate is at 8%. Same as our total clicks. So we're going to format them soon. But for now, let's do calculate our previous month values. So we're going to be doing that for all of them. So our previous month value is going to be so we're going to do PM, previous month impressions. So for this, we're going to be using the calculate function. And our expression here is going to be our total impression, comma. So we're going to be filtering with, we can do last month but I always prefer the date add. I think that's a lot more flexible. So the data, we use the marketing data dates, comma. So the number of interval is going to be -1. But in this case, we're going to be using it by months. So it's going to be previous month. And for anytime you're using the calculated columns, and because your current value is your total, so until you start to initiate your slicers or your timeline before you start seeing the actual figures of these comparisons. So always take note of that. So you could see this. So this is our previous month's impressions. That's our previous month's impressions and so on. So next we are going to use just bring in all calculate all the PMs. So this is going to be PM clicks. So that previous month clicks. For PM, we do the same thing. So it's going to be calculate. Our expression here is going to be clicks, total clicks, comma, going to be filtered by date add. Our date add, we are adding up our marketing dates, comma, -1, comma, and the intervals is going to be months. So I can copy this because the formulas are almost the same for everything apart from our expression. So we can always take note of that. So click OK, new, so we can paste this here as well. So first thing you do is take out the extra equal sign. And then now we're doing our PM, PM, we did clicks, impression. So we're going to be doing conversion rates. So I can see CR just for short. So the next one is going to be PM acquisition costs. I can just say PMAC for short. So we're going to be using the same formula. And the new one is going to be PM ROI. So let's close this and bring them in. So we have our PM. So this is period month click, period month CR, period month AC, and period month ROI. Next, we do our MOM, our month to month. So we do our MOM percent for impression. Impression, we do our divide. So this is going to be total impression divided by our PM impression. Bring in all of them all at once. So MOM. Here we do clicks as well. So this is going to be divide. The numerator is our clicks, our total clicks, comma our PM clicks. So on this, we can also use, this is our MOM, percent MM%. Now this will be for CR conversion rates. This will be conversion rates. FPMCR. So that was wrong. So always pay attention to what you click so you don't get wrong calculations. So our MM%. Not CR this time, it's AC, so acquisition costs. So this is an ROI. So this is majority of the DAX functions we're going to be using. So if you are just coming, you could take a screenshot of this so you make sure you get everything right or you don't make a mistake. Our labeling might be different, but we just make sure that we are all like getting the same values at the same time. So let me close this and take all this out. Okay. Of impressions, we have click, we have CL, we have AC, and we have ROI. So now to confirm everything is working fine, or let's format our data first. Let's format our data. So I think this is in billions. We're still going to keep it at millions because once we start initiating our slicers where we get our main values that we're looking for, is also going to be mostly in millions. So it's greater than or equal to 1 million. This is going to be no 0.00 two commas and semicolon straight brackets greater than or equal to 1000. So why we can't format for billions is because our Excel custom doesn't give us that spread or that ability to do that for like a custom format like this. But if you want to format for billions, you can do that easily with doing like 3 commas, I think 3 or 4 commas, yeah. On its own, you can easily just format directly. But if you're trying to get like a whole format like this that is dynamic, it's not going to work on it. We have so this is greater than or equal to so these values are in millions. That's why they are over 100. They're in thousands of millions. That's why they are like that. This is also percentage. I'll leave it as two decimal place. And then we can also use the same format for this too, because those are actual values and currency. But this time we'll tweak it a bit by adding our dollar sign in between them. So why for all this, we can easily format the percentage like we used to. But I don't know if we should use this way or we can still go ahead. But let's use this first to just highlight this trend. So spots the trend. Green in your pane, so it's going to be greater than or less than. So if it's less greater than, it's going to be 0 0.00. 0.00. Or let's just put 0.0%. There's a mistake. 0.0 percentage. Same color. So now which is red, going to be 0.0 percentage as well. So now let's bring in our, so I'll go here. So let me name this. This is our base KPI. That's KPI 1, that's impression. That'll be our previous months. And this is also a month-to-month percentage, M1%. So now if we insert our slices, so you can see this is for, so if we start from December, let's say we're looking at our values. So we also need some reports, connections to make sure everything is working. So you can see in December, look at the impressions, this is total clicks. So compared to November, you could see the month-to-month change in between them. So you can see our profits, sometimes they are breaking the profits, they are getting more. For February and the rest of them, so. So we can also confirm, make sure all our DAX is correct again before we move forward into doing any other thing. That's bringing in some extra pivot tables to help with our analysis. And then we have acquisition cost, average market end, right? Let's see, total clicks, period clicks, conversion rates, conversion, pin. All right, ROI. Yeah. So I'm just confirming a few things. Total impression, conversion, clicks, acquisition. Yeah. So yeah, so we're good to go. As you can see, we're also good to go. So we've been able to establish our key KPIs, which is very, very good. So next up, we're going to be working around what we could use to facilitate our KPIs. So for our KPI cards, now we don't want it to just be there. We want to also add a bit of trend on our KPI card. So we're going to be needing the weeks for, we're going to be using the weeks to add because now we're going to be breaking it down by months. So we just need the weeks to also add with. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'll take out all this. So we started with our total impression by weeks. So we're doing week by month. Can you see? So this is in August, we have 5 weeks, as you can see. In December, you can see your values based on the weeks as well. So this is impression by weeks. We have impression by weeks. Then we also have, so this is going to be our clicks by weeks as well. We have our clicks by week. We have our acquisition cost. No, our conversion rate by week as well. So let's get everything out. So we have our impressions. So we do our AC, which is our allocation cost by week. Then this will be our ROI by week. Can also format everything correctly and name them accordingly. So this is our clicks by week. This is also our conversion rate. So we can name this. Okay, this is our CR by week. This is our AC by week. And for our ROI, this is our ROI by week. So we're going to be formatting them properly. So those are going to be our trends. So let me just highlight all this so we know their importance as well. So we have our CR by week, AC by week, and ROI by week as well. So we've also included trend we're going to add into our KPI cards, as you can also see. So let's see how responsive everything is. So everything still looks good and still responds fine. So we have this. Then we also going to be answer a couple of questions just to complement whatever we're doing. And some of the things we'll be answering will be our performance states. So this is going to be our states by ROI. So let me copy this. Let me use our ROI there. So I can move this to the side over here. So our ROI, now we want to track it by location. You see. So this is our locations for our trend: Chicago, Austin, California, Los Angeles, and Miami and New York. So those are places where we did our, so this is ROI by location. Then we also have channel use by impressions. So we're gonna use channel used by ROI. Then we'll do channel U by impression. So this is gonna be channel used by impressions. So that'll be our total impressions. I'm giving some space in between them just in case I want to add like any calculations for them, which I might end up doing. Then we have this. And next up, we'll be doing campaign type by impression and ROI. So it's going to be campaign type. Campaign type by ROI. And then we also have our campaign type by impressions. So for this, we take out our ROI and then we bring in our impressions. So for this, we can also add like a little distribution for this. So our distribution might just be our ROI. my God, so sorry. I didn't even notice my internet went out. I just came to check if everybody was following, and I discovered that it was just rolling and rolling. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up, please, if you can hear me. I don't know how long I've been out. That's another thing. Please, how long have I been out? Show how long have I been out? Like out of the class?
Just 3 minutes.
Okay, just 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, let me share my screen. Let's see where. Not up to 5 minutes. Oh, hopefully I've not gone. I've not been doing this and I've gone so far. So this is all I've been doing. And can you tell me where we stopped before it went out? Can you guys remind me where it stopped before it went out so we can continue from there? Who remember what I was doing at that time before it went out? Okay, so let me go back to most of what I've done. So this is what I've been doing. I've been able to calculate some of our key metrics. This is our total impressions, total click conversion rate, acquisition costs, and also our return of investment. I also calculated the previous months for each and every one of them and the percentage change, which is the month-to-month percent for each of them. And like I said, it's activated when you start clicking. You can see this is already in June. If you click in July, you can also see it. You can see the ROI is always increasing and increasing. So next thing we'll be working on is I also was able to get the trend we're going to be adding to our KPI cards for this one. So we have about 1, 2, 3 for each KPI cards. We're going to be adding a bit of trend. So whenever you see a dashboard that has trend, this is how they were able to do that on the trend as well. So this is our trend. This is our key metrics. Then I started answering a couple of questions like our ROI by location. This is it. And our channel used by ROI, channel used by impression, campaign type by ROI, campaign type by impression. So those are like the key questions we're going to be answering. And then we're also going to answering our target audience by impressions. So this is our ROI by location. As you can see here, we also have our channel used by ROI and so on and so on. So now it's time for us to put all these findings into a presentable dashboard that we can see our marketing performance at a glance. So now this is going to be our analysis. And this is going to be our visuals. So for our visuals, like I always do, we're going to get ideas for that. So we don't think we're just doing something off what we already have planned. So we're going to get like ideas for our dashboard that we're going to use as our base of our analysis. And so let's get that. So I'm going to use Pinterest for now, and I'll also put my dribble as well. So it just gets double option. So for my Pinterest, we have quite a number. What's this? We have quite a number of things we're going to be using. So I think we've been working on light modes. I don't know if you do. I think we can do a dark mode for this one. It's been a while I did a dark mode dashboard, so we can explore a dark theme dashboard. So let's use a dark themed. UI design. So let's try to get something that we can work with, something simple. So this is black and white, but I want something else. I want it to be a dashboard. So we see how the colors distribution went all through the dashboard as well. So let's scroll through. But let me look for a UI design here. So these are dashboards and so on. Let's look for something that is nice, something nice, and nothing too extreme, so we can also still enjoy what we're doing. Like this interface, but I will enjoy it more in black. This is not bad, but yeah. Let's go back to Pinterest. Let's see what Pinterest has for us. So let's break it down for us to dashboards. So this is how everything is. We can make use of this style. Well, let me take a screenshot of this. I'll take a screenshot of this. We can use these colors as base of our analysis, but we can use something else for the structure so it matches what we're doing. But for this, you could see how everything pans out. Everything looks okay from like this. Everything also looks good from like this. And yeah. I'll close this and go to, let's find another design that can also complement what we're doing. This is just a clear visuals. Let's get the design, design. And then we have, I think we can just stick with the one we find so we don't waste too much time on trying to design it. So we have this. This is it. So in case you want to, you can also take a screenshot of this, or I could send a copy of this to the group chats. Which one is fine? Should I send a copy to the group chats?
Yeah, send the copy to the group chat.
Okay, I'll do that. So I sent a copy of what the design we're going to be making use of, but we're going to be restructuring it to fit our own analysis. And so yeah, we're going to build in everything on Excel. So this is our Power Pivots, our connection we created.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
In the group chat. I think it's still loading. Okay, check week 5. It's under week 5.
Okay, I will.
All right. So this is our Power Pivot. So we'll close this. So we're going to be building the visuals on Excel. We can do it on PowerPoint and move it to Excel, whichever form we're going to use. Well, let me use PowerPoint, so it's more like flexible. So we can just explore all our options clearly. So this is our PowerPoint. With PowerPoint, we can express the gradient background we have here. But I think I'm just going to pick one. I'll just pick this one of it for our Excel sheet. So we don't have to struggle with gradient background. So now I'm going to be bringing out my image color picker so we can get to building the dashboard. So we're making use of this as our background. I'll place it here, and also I'll place it. Let me place it on my Excel sheet here so that I don't forget. I always like highlighting the whole sheets all at once, so I don't get to like do that twice. But if you also still want to achieve like the same gradient background, then you have to just use a chart to establish that on the background. But yeah, that was charts. You can do it this way. So we have this as our background. So the next one we're doing is we're going to be picking out the main background, which is this. That's our main background. So we're going to be inserting this. So another thing our PowerPoint is going to give us is like a size to work with. So that I think that's like one of the fun things PowerPoint gives us, a size we can work with. Yeah, so I could say no line, and I'll put in more colors. So we have this in place. So let's bring in other colors as well. So you can see our navigation bar. We might not do it the same way. It is a choice to do it the same way. Let's say we improvise this. I'll just make a small navigation bar on the side. So we make room for other things that we want to place on our dashboard. So we'll just make a small part on the side. So you can just have some circles on the side. So rather than having something that big, so we just create more room for all our other findings. So like I said, it's the base of our analysis, but it's not going to be the major of what we're going to be doing. So you can increase your brightness to be able to see the black you're doing properly because it's another shade of dark colors. So for you to be able to highlight or see them clearly, your brightness has to be in full or something. Yeah. So you can see we did our navigation bar here. And for our navigation bar, we'll need some icons. So let's get icons. So it's going to be home page, and of course it's a marketing data. So we just need like 2, 3 buttons for our data set. So it's going to be flat icons. So I always make use of the interface one, so it looks very neat. And we have it. So let's see all our icons. So we have this, but yeah, I'll pick this instead. So I'll click edit. So more colors. I will paste it here. So another thing I'm looking out for is my analysis and all. So did I use this? Let's see. Okay, we have this as well. So for these, we have the normal white or ash. So yeah, so we can make use of this one. Then we can have, let's say, button maybe takes us outside or inside or mails us. Or we can just, let me write markets. Have our markets here, and About Google, we have everything. So let's pick something. Yeah, I could just put this I, this one for information. Use the hash for this one. Also have our exits. Let me send in the icons into our group chat as well, so that I think to also give us a base of what we're doing. So you can also find the icons I just downloaded in our group chat as well. So let me start inserting them from device. Reduce this to 0.2. We just want something that is here, but it's not still going to disturb us. Then we can also distribute them, align and distribute vertically. So you can see how they are. So this is our navigation bar. It has been done. We've done that already. So next thing we're doing, we're bringing in our bars for all our dashboard as well. So we could see how we can go from there. So this is the structure of what we have here. I know we're not going to be making use of the search button, but we can just leave it like that. So we're going to be bringing in our base, so the background for each KPI cards. So we have five. We have five KPI cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, so we're going to be focused on that. So because of the little trend I'm going to be adding, that's why I'm making it a bit bigger than it should be. So let's get the base back. So I think we already have it here, so but no lines, please. So yeah. And distribute this horizontally and top. Let me align them again to make sure everything is well aligned. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our 5 charts is done, and we can reduce this a bit. So we can make this also like 1.9. So make room for other things we're going to be placing on our charts as well. So on our KPI cards, we won't be doing too much on them. We're just going to put in our current value, our month-on-month percent, and the trend. So you could easily spot everything out all at once. So we don't make it too much of information, and we just gathered a lot, and none of them is passing any message for us. So we also have this in place. So those two will service our by location, will service by location, and also this one will do our customer by type. So I need to reduce this ones. I reduce the length. So yeah, I think that should do. Yeah, so make sure everything aligns properly. Yeah, we have this. So now I can just go to the corners, the edges, and make sure everything. I make sure all the edges are good. So we have all this in place, and yeah. I already even forgot about our timeline. Yeah. I think we structured this and we didn't put our timeline in mind. So let me adjust this. Can we adjust this ones? Let me take them out so I can readjust them. So I can include our slicers. So this is why wireframing is also good. So you can also spot out like what is left for you to place. And you can do that easily. Then we have the timeline. Can make it lap outside. And we can make this one also lap outside, so we could. So it's just like a design.
Every mistake is a design.
I've been so we just create something that just works. When we bring it to our Excel sheet, we can also still expand it so that it sits better on it. So we have this. Let me see this 3.57. So yeah. It's also 3.57. So have a good space in between them. Can also increase this now. So we have all this in place. So we can move this, we can group them. So control A, you control A all, and you group them. So let's say we want to move them into our you can ask a question. Let's label them, or okay, Jamaica, ask a question.
If you don't, I was trying to let you know that some of the rectangles, they were outside the box. I don't know whether you have to see that. It was not really.
Yeah. I did that. I
On
did that on
purpose.
purpose.
That was how we said every mistake is a design.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because we were creating the dashboard. We didn't put our slicers in mind. So I wanted to create space for our slicers. We're still going to expand it even more on our Excel sheet. So I'm taking it back to our Excel sheet. There we're going to do the labeling and start to bring in our data into it.
All right.
Yeah, okay. So Control C. So I grouped everything. So Control C. And let me
Sorry,
bring it here.
how did you group everything?
So you can just do Control A. So you wait, let me ungroup them so you see them again. So Control A. I highlighted every single thing there and I grouped it. So once it's grouped, I can Control C and bring it here. And I can easily paste it on here. You can see it's big here. And then I can reduce my screen. So for this, I can take my time to also expand it even better. So the timeline can fit in properly. And I can adjust this too.
How about the wireframing? You can adjust it too, right?
Yes, you can adjust. That's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
I'm adjusting everything now so that it fits into what we're doing. You can ask a question.
Okay,
Is someone raised their hand?
I wanted to tell Adewale that his mic was on. It was noisy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
So you can always readjust it to make sure that that's why I brought it here now. You know, now it's in a whole different space. And Excel has more room. So you can also expand it if you want to. So to make sure that you have more room for yourself. So you have more room for yourself. So this is it. So now we have this in place here. So it's time for us to start labeling our data so we know where we're placing everything.
Sorry, Freedom. I thought you wanted to instead of this thing shooting, I thought you wanted to do the background to fit into the wireframing, or you want to go like this. Just
no, it's okay like this for me.
Okay.
Yeah. For my screen is okay. You look at your screen and make sure that it's okay for you. Because me, I like having extra spaces. So in case I'm trying to screenshot or something, I don't really need to print it.
You're not getting what I am saying. I'm talking about the these two this thing, the one for timeline and the one for this thing that is overshooting the background.
Yeah.
Wireframing is what I am talking about.
No,
in
I'm
Excel,
just
you can actually adjust it.
Yeah, I know. No, but me, I'm trying to just leave it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do it like that, like it's designed for the structure.
Okay.
So it's just like it's lapping outside of like the main background.
So there's no nomenclature that okay, this is how it must look. You can come up with your idea and say, okay, this is the way I want it, right?
Yes, you can always come up with your own idea.
Because I've been coming with one idea in my head, which is KPI as a full dashboard. Just KPI.
Just KPIs alone. Yeah, you can do that. Yes. I created like a marketing another kind of marketing performance. So but the KPIs is like the majors they wanted to see. So it was filled of KPIs. Like the chart today was like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's dependent on like the criteria you put for the project you're working on and but the design is you or the clients that you're working with. So always like take note of that.
All right, thank you.
All right. So now let's label our. But before we do that, let me just link these things. If you have a question, you can ask. Or is it comment?
It's June that is talking. Don't worry.
Okay. You saw it on my portfolio. Okay. Where's my portfolio? Oh, I remember. Okay, it's online. I always forget. So I've not updated that thing for months. God will help me. So we have visuals, which is our dashboard. So this is it. So you can see when you click on it, it's going up there. So yeah. I'll link this to our analysis here. 'Yeah. We can leave this info just in case you're writing any info on any other page. Let me just put this. Yeah, let's say if you're doing like any info extra and you just want to keep everything in-house, you can also link it to info or insights, whichever one. You can make this an external one just to leave your, to be able to leave your documents. You can just create new documents. Name of document, new sheets. So if I click on this, yes, you can see it created a new sheet for us. So that's another thing you can just do. So this is our analysis, this is our visuals, and this is info. For the info, we're not working on that. You can decide to do that, explore that yourself if you want to. So the first thing we'll bring, let's label them so we know how we're going to be placing our visuals on here. So the first thing we're doing is the KPIs. So let's insert our text box. So we have our impression. So go to my shape formats, bring out this. So there's going to be no fill, no line. I need to make this white. So let's confirm the kind of color is on our design. I think they're also white. So yeah, we have white. So we have this, and I don't want it to be too bright, so I can also change the whites to something that is a bit darker, but it also still blends in what we're doing. So this is our impression. So this is also our clicks. And this is our conversion rate. This is our acquisition rate, acquisition cost. And then we also have our ROI, which is the return of investments. So we have our ROI here. So based on how this is over here, you can see they created a small space where they place all their month of months. Like I said, we're only bringing in our MOM, and yeah, so we're bringing in all our MOM with our current value. So no previous value is going to be placed. So let's create a way we're going to be placing them on this. So let's create a space where we're going to place them. And then say no line, but the fill we can make it like something light, and then we make it very transparent. So you can still make it more transparent, but it's also still going to be obvious on here. So we can test it out before we start to duplicate it and make sure. Let's test out how we want our KPI to look like first before we decide on if we're going to be going with that or not. So let's start naming this. So this is going to be impression. This is going to be PM impression. Then we also have our, no, we're not naming this one. So we have our clicks. We have our PM clicks. So this is what we do for cell referencing conversion rates. PM conversion rates. Acquisition. PM acquisition. We also have our ROI here. And our PM ROI. So let's use our total impressions to test out how our KPI structure is going to look like. So if it fits what we want, then we can now move from there into bringing in all the rest of them. So no fail. So this is going to be equal to impression. So now let me format this better. And don't forget, we are also still trying to bring in trend, like a bit of trend inside. So that's what I'm trying to say. Let's test out how we want this to look like. So let's take out the design so we can bring in, copy this properly. So no border. And we can take out the lines in between them. No grid lines for sure. So yeah. Place them in the middle and like this. So yeah. So for this, Ctrl C, and we are pasting as picture. So I can pin this for now. So as I bring in this one, so linked picture. Can type this like this, and so I can decide to write something on it. Versus previous months versus PM, and adjust it properly. Yeah, so we have this, and we also have this in place here. Can make this 10, let's see. So you can see it's going to be fitting as well. Or we can also expand it for us. So we have this in place. Then next we can also, let's bring in a thread. So we can decide if we're going to use bars or lines. Whichever one we decide, we can go with that. I'm going to test out two. So I'm going to test out this and also a line. And I feel like the line is going to show it more. The bars is going to show it more than the line. So let's go with the bars. So on here, no line, no fill. So we're taking out almost everything. So pivot table analyze, we're going to take this out. So for this, we can make it fatter a bit, and then we increase it. I feel this can work. So let's find a color that can blend in. We have this. We also have this one. Let me copy this one. Let's see. Nothing too shouty, because they are just trends that I want to keep there. Or can make it lighter than this. So yeah. So I got some more. So we have this. So class, if you think is a good to go, you can give me a thumbs up so we can move with this. Everybody can hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up if you feel that the design is good?
It's good, but I was thinking this picture is where maybe I have the challenge, the impression percentage, this thing, going up, going down, this thing.
Yeah.
Now, why do we have to make it a picture? Why are we not inserting uh, a
Okay.
text, a box, so that we can? I know that what you did with picture, if we do a text box, we can actually achieve the same thing, right? So that if there's anything that I am clicking, if there's need for it to change, it can change. You know, with picture, it can't change. Let's assume I want to show video, or will it change?
No, it's responsive. It's a linked picture. So if you wait, let me show you. Why we're using linked picture is because of the format we did on it. Is the format we did on it. So it's responsive to our whatever we do. So this is like the reason why we did it, so that the format does not change. We can still get the red and green accordingly.
So the picture is linked. So whatever you do is going,
anything you do, it's going to
affect it. Okay, that's where my problem is. So that's where my head is lying before that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If once it's a picture, will it be able to move? But I can see that.
Yeah. So this is different. They are different. You know, there is a picture and there's a linked picture. So if we are copying, we are pasting. Let's say, let me copy month on month now. So if you are pasting, I'm not pasting a picture. I'm pasting. You see a linked picture here. So it's going to show according to how it is on that cell. So what we are trying to do that is to keep the format in place. So whatever format we put on it, whatever, like with the greens off and off, but when we do the referencing, it's going to take out the formats. Do you understand? So we are trying to keep the format in place.
With that. Come again with that. Yes.
We're trying to, if we're doing it, I know we're still going to do it for the rest, but let me just explain. So for each and every one of this, why we're using linked picture is because if we try to use, you know, we reference this and just change the name and do equal to. If we do it for this, it's going to take out the formats. It's going to take out the formats. So you cannot condition a reference. Do you understand? You cannot condition a reference. So instead of doing that, you can use a linked picture. So it's the same thing. That's why I took out the old background. So we are getting like a straight figure for what we are doing, which is this. So whenever I click on it, it's a linked picture. So it's linked to anything that happens here. Anything I do here is going to affect it. So this is 11 now. This the size of this is 9. If I want it, if I increase it, it's going to increase on the other side too. So I reduce it, can you see? It's going to reduce as well. So anything you do, because it's a linked picture, it's going to respond accordingly. Can you see? So I hope I was able to explain that. I'll just have this on the side. So So we have this, we can copy this, paste this here. So we can have it across the others as well. So now you can see our KPI card is good to go. And then let's start bringing in for the rest as well. Doing clicks. Our conversion rates. So let's be doing them one at a time. Make sure everything is good. Acquisition cost, then our ROI. So let me format everything. So everything is responsive. So let's bring in the rest of them. So we have this. So going to be copy for our clicks and repaste in as linked picture. So we can use, I'll just be formatting them to the side. So this is 1.5, 1.7. So let's insert for this as well. No field button. So this is 1.7. No field, no line. So we're doing the same thing over and over again. So most of the tags is just repeated tags, and just try as much as possible to get them done ASAP. So we'll do the same thing for AC and ROI. So let's try to speed it up a bit. Why I'm carefully doing them, I'm not trying to rush them, is because so we don't put the wrong trends for another one. So that's why I'm trying as much as possible to 0.7, can let's keep it this way. So for this, we can adjust it properly. So the bars comes out a bit, and this our fill is going to be this no line, no fill, no line. Acquisition costs. Can also insert this and say okay. Pick out all the axes and yeah, field button as well. So this is 1.7. This is just like 1.1 or like 1.1. We adjust the bars, reduce it so it's a bit fat, and then change the color of the borders here. No line, no fill. So confirm everything is responsive and responding properly. This I can reduce this a bit. Same thing as this, can make it 0.9. So let's format our timeline. Let's format our timeline now. So we make sure it fits into this place. So click on this, go to timeline, and then we need a new timeline. So for the whole timeline, that's going to be the background. So that's the first thing we are formatting. So let's go pick on the color. So this is our background color. So you copy it. When you go to all slicers, you format. So the fill is what you're changing. So the custom, I click OK. No borders. The font, I want it light, so I can still keep it that way. I keep it at 10. I click OK. So the header, you can also still format that. You can keep it as like white. Yeah. I click OK. So the selection labels, you can also format it. Yeah, you can still keep it at this. Time level, this one shows time level on your data set. So there's a period label. So all these are just all labels. So the selected time block, that's all those bars in between them. So for this, I can decide, oh, I want more colors and I want the field to be different. This is something that blends with what we're doing. So I can make it this color. Okay. So you can see how it's looking like. Then for unselected time block, how do I want it to look like? I want it to be dark, like very dark as well. So, but I'm going to be using something a bit dark, but it's a bit light as well. So more colors, custom. We're going to be using something like this, none, and we click OK. So this is how our slicer is going to look like. These are our slicers. So you can move them accordingly. So this is our timeline. Our timeline is done. So now it's time for us to bring in our charts and our bars as well. For this, we're going to be doing by location. So we can decide how we want this to look like or to be. Let me try to adjust this to the side here. Let's say if we want a map chart, you can also still do that. Let's see if it's going to pick up a map chart for us. It's going to pick it, but there's going to be a lot of empty cells because we just only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities or something. So you can see the location is not really there, so we can leave it out. Can take it out, it's not a must, and we can find a way to visualize this. So let's say we're inserting a column chart. And we can adjust this. I can take it out. So yeah. So there'll be no chart line, no grid lines, no legend. All I need is data labels and none of this as well. So take out the line from this, adjust it properly. And we can format this. I like to leave it at like 1 decimal place. And we can reduce the size too, so it fits in properly. No fill, no line. We can decide what color do we want this to be. So click on this and what color do I want? I want this orange. So we can always change the color of the, yeah. So we have this as ROI by location. Let me copy this. We have ROI. Then we can see by location. I'll make this darker a bit. So we have ROI by location, which we have here. So this is ROI by location. Over here, we can have our target audience by impression. We have our target audience by impression. So for this, I wanted to use, I plan on using like a donuts chart for this. I will close this. So we'll turn on our legend, take this out. So the label will be from internal. So we'll be using formulas to add our labels in the middle of it. So this is going to be, you can either use XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP or index match. So XLOOKUP here, we're looking for the max. Looking for the max of these values. Those are barcode. What are we looking for it for? We're looking for it over there, and also our return array will be our names and yes, sir. And turn off our ground total. So you can see our main this, and also we have our max. We can align them. I know this is already 7, but if you're still good to go, we can still continue, or you want to complete it yourself.
Let's finish it.
Okay, sure.
Please finish it.
Okay. Nobody wants to complete this on themselves. Okay, no problem. So no border lines. Let's kind of adjust this properly then, and can reduce the size. Reduce this. So now for the color shades, now we're going to need to do it in another way. So for this, let me reduce the line. I don't like it fat, so I always reduce it. Maybe not totally, but you can always reduce it. So for the color shades here, we're going to be using. We want to use this color copy, but we want it in different shades. So I'm going to be using this UI design colors that I showed you guys before to generate different color codes. So if I paste the color, it's going to give me different shades of that color for me. So because we need like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so I'm going to pick the last 5 on here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start here. The main value, this main one is in the middle here, you can see. Or we can start here. So we'll do it backwards to get the different shades. Oh, I'm going to my Excel sheet. So for all ages, I'm going to be using that. So you just click on all ages and you can paste the colors accordingly. For all men, we're going to be using the next shade. So if it's not this, we started here, so we're coming here. After this, we're coming here, so can you see how the different shades are showing out? So they are all different shades of the same color. We did 1, 2, 3, so we're here now. Let me make this one the darker one, so I can click on this one. And I'll click OK. So we have this. So no line, no fill. Let me copy the UI design and drop it in the group chat. So we can also have the same thing. It's on the group chat as well. For this particular color, because the color code is there. So in case you're working on it. So Control X, come here, Control V. I have this here. So I can also flip it. I want this to go to the other side. So We also have this in place. So we have this here. Can adjust this. Let me adjust this a bit. So yeah. Let me go. Let me take it back how I did before.
I think it's the size of the chart that is making it look as
Yeah.
if that thing is big. It's the chart, size of the chart.
Yeah. Yeah, we can leave it like this.
Or rather, why don't you put them at the bottom, the legend at the bottom?
Yeah, there'll be too much
how,
space. There'll be too much space on the side, yeah.
But I
So
think it's going to be proportionate if you do it that way, because I know it adjusts if you put it at the bottom, and this will adjust to fill in some gap.
let's see.
I don't know.
We have this. Let's just keep it on the side. But you can try putting it at the bottom for yourself if that works for you.
All right, no problem.
So, yeah, so we have this. We have this. So we have this in place, and then we're bringing in our top, and this is our top audience, and max impression. So our top audience, yeah, and we can put it here. I can decide. Let me group this so we make sure everything is good. So I'll click on the second one now. So this one will be our figure. So it's going to be the max impression. And we can also format it. Can decide to make this clearer.
I think making the figure more bold will be more pronounced. Control V.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the bold. Okay, once it's bold. No, not this one, the middle one, yeah.
Yeah, the middle one, yeah.
Yeah, we have that in place. So we have men 25 to 34 that is leading the target audience, with impressions of 19.30 million. So we have this on the side as well. And then we can move to our other ones, the other charts we're going to be bringing in. So we have the campaign by ROI. We have campaign by campaign type, channel, and impressions. So we're going to do channel use and campaign type. So let's label that before we do anything else. So this is going to be channel use. And we have campaign type. Okay, I think I made a mistake in the spelling. So you have campaign user, you have campaign type, and we want to see it by impression and ROI. So we can also have by impression. I'll reduce this, make it a bit darker too. By impression. So let's bring in those values. So we have two types, like we have so this channel by impression and this campaign type by impression. So let's see if we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. Let's just see the top 3. So we have space to fit the 2 of them into this. So we'll use the top 3 instead. So let's format. Let's do that here. So filter by top 3. We'll do the same thing for this as well. You right click on this and you filter by top 3. So we have our top 3s here. So we have channel use. That's the one we're bringing in first. So I want to try something. So let me use that to explain. We go get the max. Those are max of the range. So it's going to be if this is equal to the max, which is this, comma, the value test. If it's true, we want it to give us the max, and if not, we want it to give us nothing. So let me lock all these cells. So why I did this is in a case where I'm trying to work a chart like this. I'm trying to work a chart like this. I want to be able to highlight the top cell. That's why I did that. So all I'll just have to do is click on this and I'm going to overlap it 100%. So it's going to fill up. So now you have a darker color for your top values. Can you see? And why the rest will. So the formula I use is simple. I use the if. I got the max first. This is the max. So I did if this value is equal to the max value, then give me the max. If not, give me nothing. As you can see here, that's how I was able to achieve all this. You can take out this. So no line, no fill. Thank you. So this we can make the highest one. We can make it a very dark orange. Then we make this ones the rest to be light, a lighter color. So let's see how it's going to look like on our sheets. So this is by impression. So you could see how it easily just points out that websites is our top performer, because you could, if you notice, it's not really looking like the same, because they are always looking as if they are all in the same length. And we can do our data label too.
I think I remember it's code. It's easy and
So we have this in place. So this is by impression. Then we can also do for by ROI. Let's do the same thing for.
Yeah, go for poro, no red yellow card.
Yes, they give birth to yellow card. For they're supposed to give retaliating too.
why? Yeah, what happened?
Adewale, your mic is on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we have this. I always format this, but these are in figures, so we can also format it in figures. So like I did for this one, I found the max first outside of it. Then I did a formula. I said if, open brackets, the logic test is if this value is equal to this. That means if it's equal to the max, we want it to return the max. And if it's not, we want it to give us nothing. So I'll lock my cells before I move forward. So that's how you can do to highlight like your cells to, like if you want to highlight the highest in your chart, you can use this method like I showed you. Can you see? So if they are all like this, you can easily pinpoint them, but we're using this. So for this, we're going to overlap the series. Yeah, so the same colors like we did for the last one. And this one, we did this colors as well. I'll take out all these ones. No grid lines and no title. Somebody asked a question. The struggle, but the wisdom, it just came. Thank God you were able to join us. I think if we saw we start where we started from.
Wisdom, I hope you pray for us in church today because I know you're coming from church.
Jesus. That freedom. I just saw the assignment. I'll be the project.
The Lord is your strength. Amen. To format this, let's reduce. So we can say no field, no line. You say this one is too shouty, you want something different, you can also do something else. But let's leave it this way. There's something, well, let me check if I can get something else. Yeah, so I can use that. So you can see, you can spot the channel used by impression and by ROI. You can see how the trend, these are the top 3 for all of them in August, and you can check September. Let's see if there's any changes. You can see Google Ads are doing better. Can you see? Everything is responsive. And same with the highest figure. You see it's easily spotlighting it. But if we want to keep it at the top still, we can go to make sure that everything is on top. So we sort it and say the smallest to the largest. So we keep everything at the top. So we have everything at the top of the chart. So we'll do the same thing for channel type. We'll do the same for channel type. So we'll go here and bring them out this time. So I first thing I did, so while I'm repeating most of the steps again, I'm not copying and pasting, is so in case anybody missed the first time, you can also see how I was able to do it again. So the logic text is if this is equal to the max, comma, we want it to bring back the max. And if not, we want it to give us nothing. What happened to my logic test? Oh, I put a bracket, so mistake. Like I said, we are locking this to make sure that it doesn't change, because that's the max does not change. Can also sort this to smallest to largest, and design can take out the rows. So we'll do the same thing for this. I see. So yeah, we have that. Consult this to smallest to largest. So by impression, let's start with that. So we're going to use our bars again. Chart style to grid lines, legend. Take out this, and we take out the line on this. So for this, we're making it series overlap 100%. Then we'll make this color. Then this will be this color, something dark color. So no fill, no line. So we have by impression, then we have by ROI. So now we'll have ourselves like a fully functional marketing dashboard that is responsive as well. No line of we can adjust it. So we're done building this. So we can name our dashboard. I'll name our dashboard. So this can just make it something simple. So we have this over here. So you can say hi, welcome. I could just say welcome, freedom. The one you build, you can write your name. If you write my name too, it's fine. We have this welcome, freedom. Then I'll just do a simple description underneath it. Of what we have here. So the description will be welcome to your marketing performance. Welcome to your marketing performance dashboard. For the year ended 2021. So I can make this maybe darker than this. So we have this here. You don't want make it empty. You can find a logo or a brand, something that you just want to add to it, just to keep it like very nice and looks okay. So I can just do logo, and I can just find like a silly logo that I can just place there. No, I don't want this one. This one is for Yelp. Okay, let's just say ads. Can make use of this, and let's pick a color. I can make it a bit transparent, so it's not too shouty. Yeah, you have this. So this is like the final look. And if you can add extra things, let's say if you want to watermark it, I have a picture I always place on mine for watermarking purposes and the rest of them. I can go to my image pictures. In case you want to watermark your work, you can easily watermark it and have this here. Can have this here on the side. I have this here on the side. You can see visuals by whoever did, and because these days people can take a screenshot of your work and just do it the way they want. So yeah. So in the case you want to you can just do something simple. So visuals. So this is visuals by Freedom Obo, and here you have it.
Is it possible you watermark?
If it is a choice, but most times, these days we have people that just take a screenshot of your work and post it as theirs. So in case you want to like
I know.
protect it, like for your
I know.
personal own use, yeah,
Yeah.
can always do that. So I have this on the side. So yeah, we have this, and yeah. So this is the final look. What do you guys think?
Excellent.
Try. I don't find any label from my hand.
Oh, Allah. So you can see some of them are overlapping, so we can also adjust them properly. Can you see? And this one we can. So when you filter, you can adjust them. Keep adjusting them. Well, let me adjust them again before I move forward. So this one is overlapping, so we have to reduce it, bring it inside a bit. So yeah, I think like this is good. And this one we have to make it top, so it does not scatter all the time. So we sort to smallest to largest. Okay, so this is the final look.
Did you do data model in this one?
Yes, I did. Well, nothing to. So nothing too extreme. So this is what I did.
Okay.
I just created a dates table for our data. I just created a dates table for our data, and yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I was not at the beginning. Will this video drop tonight? If somebody can watch it.
Once it's available, I'm dropping it. Can just confirm how responsive yours is. So today was a good one. Today was a success. So, yeah, guys, have any questions? You've seen your, what is it called? Your project too. So, do you guys have any question?
Maybe when we they run the projects, if we hit roadblock, we can come to the group and ask.
Okay.
By now we can't know if we have problem, if we have any issue or not on that project. No be that.
Yeah, no,
Now,
now when you start working on it, yeah.
I know our problem. I know our problem. Then by that time.
What is this? Send me out there. Oh my God, please take your time before you ask any question. Always make sure you do what you have to do. So, any other question before we end close for today? I think today we did an extra 30 minutes on top. So I think it was worth every minute and every seconds of it. And I'm glad we were able to do that in our today's class. So if you have any more questions or anything, like I said, it's an opportunity for you to collaborate with the members of the class, ask your classmates what's going on, what is happening, what you can do to also express yourself freely. So all those things matters a lot. So try as much as possible to get it done. And like I said, on Saturday, we might be starting early. We'll think a way to decide that before Saturday. Probably maybe like 5 or 6, so that we can have enough time to present and everybody can take their time. So everybody that is available will be presenting on that day. But before that day, you'll be showing me a screenshot of your work, so I know you are prepared. So on by Friday, I'll bring a link where we can drop the pictures of our work and everything. And also maybe before then, I can just tell you guys to give me like a personal review. You can send it to my mail and I can just set it out so I can post it for, let's say, the next section I'll be coming. So thank you guys for today. I'm glad we were able to do this today. So
sorry, our community, how far?
No, it's 100%. I'm going to create that for you. We're creating that 100%. So it's going to the link to the group chat. I think WhatsApp will be fine, or should we stick with Telegram?
Oh, WhatsApp is fine.
Okay, so I want something like it's quite personal to us. So we can do WhatsApp. I'll create a WhatsApp group chat for us. It can just be alum or Excel 101. So every of us will be there. So I'll create the group chat and I'll put it in the group. I think before Friday it should be available. So all of us can start joining in. Yeah? Ijoma?
No, I wanted to say I thought Telegram has more limitation than WhatsApp.
Yeah, for Telegram, like even if anybody comes in new, they can have access to everything. But I'm not going to delete our group chats on Telegram. So we see how that's so. I think someone requested that from me earlier. He said I should please not delete our group chat. So in case you want to do back anything, you can go back to whatever we discussed or we worked on and so on. So yeah. Well, I'm hungry, so I have to go. So guys, good night. Good night everybody. Have an amazing day, an amazing week. I love you guys and stay safe. Be blessed. Bye everybody. Shay, why are you giving me sad emoji?
Honestly, Freedom, I was thinking that this class will go longer than this. Maybe every week we are still going to continue to learn.
So yeah, but when we have our own alum group, we can be doing something. Let's say maybe something once in a while. We can just come together, think of projects.
Yes.
Just something that just keeps us going.
Keep us going, yeah. Keep us showing up.
Yeah, just
Keep
showing
us
up. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like I said, like you said, it's a community. So it's something. If somebody has an idea, oh, I'm working on this, I would like everybody else to like join me. Sure, we can make it like something we all do.
Yeah.
I think you can also drop the Telegram group to the Let's Talk Excel, the one we've been
Okay.
doing.
Okay. Yeah, they can join like the normal Let's Talk Excel community too for people who also still want to practice more on Excel. Yeah, so for the Let's Talk Excel community, we explore like Excel projects for different industries and the rest. So I created that too. So, but we have our own personal one, but you can also still join that if you want to explore more into different domain, different work. We're starting a new project. I think next month or later this week. So I will be posting more of it on my Twitter. So if you see it, you can always like ask me or you can DM me. I'll send the link of the Let's Talk Excel too, so you can join, see what is going on there, and yeah. So bye everybody. Show no more question, please. I want to go and eat. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah.